Stealth takedowns are the quietest way to eliminate enemies while remaining undetected. It is the key to fully clearing out bandit camps without anyone noticing. And so it is important for anyone who wants to create a stealth build to understand how stealth takedowns work in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So let me try to explain as much as I can about this stealth mechanic. Also do note when talking about control buttons, I can only confirm the ones for mouse and keyboard. It has been like a decade since I touched the controller, to be honest. So anyone can feel free to note controller buttons in the comments below. Thanks in advance. So there are two types of stealth takedowns which are very straightforward. One is the non-lethal stealth takedown where you choke your enemy unconscious. The other is a stealth kill in which you need to equip a dagger and then hold the F button to execute a sneaky assassination. If you're having difficulty looking for a dagger, you can find one in the mill at Lower Semine or at the second floor of the barn near the blacksmith in Takedowns. I'll show the locations on screen. To execute a stealth takedown, you need to be crouched when approaching an enemy from behind. You'll know that you can perform the takedown if the prompts appear at the bottom right of the screen. Once you click the button, Henry will start the choking or stabbing animation. Now, stealth takedowns in KCD2 require more than one input from the player. So after you click the F button, you will also need to wait until the blue sword icon pops out. Once this icon appears, you need to press the attack button, which is left click on the mouse. If you successfully click the button on time, Henry should successfully perform the stealth takedown. However, when you try to take down a strong NPC, mostly the fully geared ones, it is possible for them to counter your stealth attack. Meaning that even if you click the blue icon, they will respond with a counter of their own. Now, this is where the second QuickTime event comes in. So if the enemy counters, the shield icon will pop out and you will need to press the defend button, which is right click on the mouse. Successfully doing so will allow Henry to take out the enemies stealthily. Do note however that the timing for this second QuickTime event is super fast, like 1 second or maybe even less. If you have a low stealth level, it is near impossible to execute it if you wait for the icon to appear. So what I found that works is that you need to anticipate the counter every time you do a stealth takedown, meaning you need to really focus and watch your target's movement. So for example, if you successfully perform the first QuickTime event, watch the target's elbow. If you see it move, you have to quickly tap the defend button. No need to wait for the shield icon. This should allow you to hit that second QuickTime event and perform a stealth takedown even at low stealth level. And don't spam the button because that will fail the QuickTime event. You'll get the red broken shield icon if you do this. Of course, despite me being able to do this consistently, there were times that I would fail simply because I clicked too late or didn't expect a counter from the enemy. So don't feel bad or annoyed when you fail that second QuickTime event. Just remember that as you level up your stealth skill and get certain perks, the takedowns will become easier until you won't need to anticipate that second QuickTime event. Stealth takedowns and stealth kills against sitting and sleeping targets are always successful. However, depending on whether you hit the QuickTime event, they can be loud or quiet. Because you see, when you perform the takedown against someone who is sitting or sleeping, the blue sword icon will still appear briefly. You will need to tap the attack button to make sure that the stealth attack is silent. If you fail to do so, the stealth attack will be loud and can alert nearby enemies. In this clip, for example, I did a stealth knockout against an enemy and did not click the attack button when the blue sword icon appeared. The target's noise woke up the other sleeping dude and alerted him. In another attempt, I clicked the attack button which led to a silent knockout. This did not alarm the nearby guy and allowed me to knock him out as well. Do note that the distance for enemies to hear the scream of a target is very close. So in most cases, you can get away with a not so silent takedown if enemies are sleeping on separate tents. Additionally, there will be cases when you cannot perform a stealth takedown against an enemy. One of the most cases is when they are at an angle where the stealth takedown animation is impossible to perform. So instead of the game forcing the animation, it really just prevents you from doing the stealth attack. There are two perks to make stealth takedowns easier. One is the level 10 strength perk Tight Grip. which makes stealth knockouts and kills easier the higher your strength level is. This is useful since leveling stealth also increases your damage and carrying capacity, which is great for a rogue build. The second one is Sandman, which is a level 12 unarmed perk. This one just straight up makes it easier to perform the stealth attacks. I'm not sure exactly what it changes, whether it makes the blue icon last longer or just kinda decreases the chance that an enemy counters your stealth takedowns. But it will make stealth takedowns easier. And that's everything I know about stealth takedowns.